Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mampolo from Mampolo's Corner. Renee, your mindset. Guys, I just want to drop this update from home. I just come from somewhere. Very important. Well, this update, I must drop them. I don't first tell when I say, you don't dey hot. Say you go hot. Una see what happen for court today? Oh, like, wow. If you see what happened for court today, I get the whole full update for this video. You don't need to rush. Everything from beginning of what happened in the court today to the end, I say I get the update. So be patient. That after you watch today on, then follow us. Just continue to follow us on Wednesday. If you never subscribe to this channel, this is the right time. Go and subscribe now, because update of this court case, I say I go to give them papa life. From on Wednesday, now they come back. Can't see what will happen there. I did live studio. They show you what will happen there. But for today, I am going to summarize everything that happened today and tell you what will happen. What will happen from on Wednesday again regarding this case. Now what you would tell? I said this case go red from the indication of what I don't see. Even the justice, say justice one day there. Although justice one day there, they know say this case it go hard. when I see one people be storming. When I see one P2B storming, see lawyers from P2B. When I see lawyers one come from Atiku. See lawyers from Tunubu, I say, man, this one be like, it be like judicial war, not be joke. This will be like judicial war. I say, no, I must update my people. Today, today convenient for me to talk, but I must update. because this court case, this is a matter of update. Because I carry on from beginning, anything will happen from beginning to everything will happen to the end. Every update there for this video. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk too much. Watch video.
What you want? Morning, sir. Hello. Go see. And prof. I saw you blasted them away in my show. What do they mean? What do they mean? I hope they have corrected it. They have corrected it.
Sorry. DJ, control this thing for me. Let me.
I know move for 1 minute. You said stay here and I say I'll join you. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. The train don't move. No, it never move. Thank you. I have to go outside. This is your job. God bless you. I'm very happy. Yes, it is. How are you?
Suffering and smiling. I don't know.
Good morning.
Okay, they allow you.
The presidential election held on February 25, 2023 is one that has generated several reactions, especially against the background of the provision of the Electoral Act 2022. The candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Atiku Abubakar, the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, and the Action Alliance rejected the outcome of the exercise as declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
Thank you.
Their prayers are quite similar. Mr. Peter Obi and the Labour Party is praying the court for the following. The tribunal should cancel the election and compel INEC to conduct a fresh one, at which time President-elect Tinubu, elect Shatima, and the APC will not participate. The tribunal should declare that President-elect Tinubu was not duly elected by a majority of the lawful votes cast during the election. The tribunal should order INEC to retrieve the certificate of return issued to President-elect Tinubu and issue a fresh one to Mr. Peter Obi. The petitioners asserted that the election was marred by rigging and manipulations, and INEC violated its own regulations when it announced the results when at the time of the announcement, the total polling unit results had yet to be fully scanned, uploaded, and transmitted electronically as required by the Electoral Act. Mr. Peter Obi particularly says President-elect Tinubu was not qualified to contest at the time of the election. They also prayed the tribunal to declare that President-elect Tinubu was not duly elected by a majority of the lawful votes cast at the election. Just like Mr. Peter Obi, Mr. Atiku Abubakar and the PDP are asking the tribunal to declare him winner of the presidential election, or alternatively order a rerun between him, Mr. Atiku Abubakar, and the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. In the alternative, he wants the entire election nullified and a fresh one conducted. The petition also says that President-elect Tinubu was not duly elected by a majority of lawful votes cast at the election, and at the time of the election, he was not qualified to contest the election. They also pray in the court for the following, determining that the president-elect was not duly elected by the majority of lawful votes cast in the election, and therefore the declaration and return of him by INEC as the winner of the presidential election is unlawful, wrong, unconstitutional, and of no effect whatsoever. Determining that the return of President-elect Tinubu by INEC was unlawful, having not satisfied the requirement of the Electoral Act 2022 and the 1999 Constitution as amended, which mandatorily requires that he scores nothing less than 1/4, 25% of the lawful votes cast at the election in at least 2/3 of all the states in the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. Determining that President-elect Tinubu was, at the time of the election, not qualified to contest the said election. Determining that Mr. Atiku Abubakar, having scored the majority of lawful votes cast at the presidential election, be returned as the winner of the said election and be sworn in as the duly elected President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In the alternative, however, they are asking the court for an order directing INEC to conduct a second election, a runoff, between President-elect Tinubu and Mr. Atiku Abubakar. And a further alternative, that the election to the office of the President of Nigeria held on 25th February 2023 be nullified and a fresh election rerun be ordered. However, the All Progressives Congress, in its replies, asked the presidential election petition court to dismiss the petitions filed by the opposition parties. It described the petition filed by Mr. Atiku Abubakar victory as a gross abuse of court process. Responding to Mr. Obi's petition in a preliminary objection, President-elect Tinubu filed alongside his Vice President-elect. They maintain that the Labour Party's candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, lacked the right to challenge the election victory. He argued that Mr. Peter Obi was not validly nominated to contest the presidential election, in line with the mandatory provisions of Section 77, Subsection 2 and Subsection 3 of the Electoral Act 2022. He insists that Mr. Peter Obi's name was not found in the register of members of the Labour Party, noting that he defected to the party from the PDP less than 30 days before the primary election that produced him as a presidential candidate was conducted. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is asking the tribunal to dismiss or strike out the petitions filed by Mr. Peter Obi and Mr. Atiku Abubakar. INEC says the relief sought by Mr. Peter Obi and his party are not grantable as they were grossly incompetent, abusive, vague, non-specific, ambiguous, and academic. The Electoral Commission also says Mr. Atiku Abubakar did not meet the constitutional requirements to be declared winner of the election. INEC adds that the election was conducted in substantial compliance with Electoral Act 2022 and was not marred by any corrupt practices. It argues that a candidate must not secure 25% of votes in the FCT to be declared the winner. As the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal gets ready to begin proceedings, members of the panel are charged to uphold its tenets of integrity, professionalism, and the rule of law.
Morning, bro. About a character. Nice.
Mr. Olebada.
Test. 1, 2, 3.
By my immediate right, Honorable Stephen John Ada, then by my immediate then we have Mrs. Abba Mohammed, who we are planning that we sit on the part petition that for election must time bound to let us avoid time unnecessary time wasting.
I'm recording it.
So that we look at the substance of the cases rather than necessarily theoretical.
Don't snap my
and cooperate with each other so that everybody who will live here will be satisfied with the justice has been done.
My man.
So you can see that the court has been overtaken by lawyers, members of the public, none of them igniting.
I, by what your lordship has said, we, as usual, We are ready and prepared to cooperate with all lordships, the division, by extension. What our lordship has said that matters relate to the very existence of our nation. And we as lawyers, we are not mindful of that. We are not unaware of our responsibilities as members of the bar. I want to assure your lordship that we are going to give the court our unflinching support at all times. And whatever the court will want to do to accelerate all the matters, we are ready and prepared to give the court our support. I think I speak on behalf of all our colleagues here, irrespective of what we are trying or watching or trying to have come to support. Justice has one face, only one face, one definition, the attainment of justice. We are going to cooperate to assist the Lord with justice. You are welcome.
My name is Obed Agu. I represented the Action People's Party, APP, which filed petition number 2, like CA/PEPC/02/2023. And the nitty-gritty of the petition we filed is to the extent that the election is marred with corrupt practices. The respondents in our petition, which includes Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC, he in person is not qualified in the first place to contest for the election. This is the nitty-gritty of our petition, and exactly what transpired in court there is just the pre-hearing session that we had today. Ordinarily, the procedure is such that we made application for Form TF-008, and in that application, questions are asked, and we answered the questions. But basically, one of the questions which triggered the court this morning was the answer I gave to question number 8, which actually was asking what would I want the tribunal or court to do. And we said, in the affirmative, let the courts ask the respondents to concede to defeat, considering the weight of evidence against them. That is exactly what happened in court today. So no, not at all. We are not taking that part. However, you know that I am a lawyer. I have the consent of my clients, however it is. So if going forward they give me an instruction, I will take their instruction. But as of today, we are going on and we are strongly coming back on the 10th of May. Wednesday. That's Wednesday, for the continuation of the pre-hearing session. So that means for now, we are going full hog. My name is Obed O. Agu. O is initials. It stands for Okukwe. Obed Okukwe Agu, Esquire. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are very happy that at last the sitting of the court has started with this inauguration.
And as you see, the court committed itself to cooperate and ensure that these petitions are expeditiously dealt with. And on our part, all the lawyers for all the parties also committed themselves to cooperating with the tribunal, the court, to make sure that these matters are dealt with urgently because of their national importance. So we are very happy today 3 petitions have been dealt with and 2 to come up tomorrow. And the very important ones, the Atiku and PDP petition will be coming up tomorrow. So we'll be back here tomorrow for the continuation of the pre-hearing session.
The next week, we learned that we filed an application seeking for live coverage of the proceedings. Can you react?
I will talk about that tomorrow because our matter will come up tomorrow. By tomorrow, we'll be able to address.
Let's get to the bridge before
we'll be able to address you fully on that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The court has commenced its sitting and today the hearing session and also your case was called. How do you react to such proceedings?
Well, we started on a very good note. I believe you were here and heard what we said in reply to the statement by the presiding justice of this court. Maybe let me repeat myself. I said that the decision to be rendered will impact on Nigeria's electoral jurisprudence, judicialism, and constitutionalism. It's very, very important that this is made known, because one way or the other, I do not think that it will be business as usual as far as Nigeria's electoral jurisprudence is concerned. And we have assured the court that we will do all that we can to ensure that these petitions are heard expeditiously, because everybody is anxious, waiting for the outcome of the hearing. Nigerians are anxious. Most Nigerians are anxious. I believe that they will enjoy what is going to happen here. Robust advocacy, you can be sure of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Guys, when I don't see the video, when I don't see everything what happened there, no wahala. On the 10th, been 2 days time, on the 10th, on Wednesday, come to Mampolosco and make the show update. As they drop, and they give them a woto. Just, I say if you never follow, if you never share, if you never subscribe, they do them now. I say this case, now case one day important, one day very dear to my heart. If I don't even do any other thing, you see this case, I go to follow them. I go to bring them to Noah. From beginning to the end, you can never miss anything from this channel. I'm not joking with you. I'm not joking. This case, we'll go see the end. I don't want to talk too much. Guys, if you love what you're doing, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, even on TikTok. All of my politics, I love you guys. Peace out.